All right, first game coming up later today. What are you expecting?
That the game speed will be more intense than anything I'm used to from high school. Malaga is the best team in the country, so we're going right into the deep end with this game.
And when you talk Malaga, there's one name on everyone's lips.
Carlos Navarro.
Yep. What do we need to know about him?
Reigning MVP. 3-level scorer. Elite.
So how do you plan to slow him down?
To slow a guy like Navarro down, you have to do it as a team. And that's why I came to this country. To prove that I can help a team win at the highest level.
And cut. You good? You seem a little off.
Yep, I'm fine. Just... I haven't been this sore since I started running with varsity freshman year.
It'll make you stronger in the long run.
Yep, for sure. It's, why I came here. To get in professional shape, it's just a lot when you're going through it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, as long as I don't have to move to answer it.
Not at all. You worried about Navarro?
Yeah. Wouldn't you be?
And a stunning waterfront view overlooking Malaga, Spain, our site for tonight's game. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for this presentation of the SNCL, Madrid versus Malaga. I'm Blake Suniga with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and I know we're excited to get this one going.
Well, we've got two strong teams facing off in an early season test. Basket Madrid has high hopes this season, but FC Malaga is the home of the reigning MVP, Carlos Navarro.
Oh, yeah, and Navarro coming off an absolutely stellar season. We know exactly what he can do on the floor.
And one player we don't know just yet a lot about, MP. The American transplant for Basket Madrid should make his debut tonight, and the team hopes he can make a contribution immediately.
Of course, the star of tonight's game is Carlos Navarro. The reigning MVP is looking to add another trophy to his trophy case.
Outside Navarro. Back to Valverde. And Valverde finishing it off.
Well, Valverde put his head down and said, bring it on, going right to the hoop.
And with the way Navarro can light it up, there's a good chance he goes back-to-back in the MVP race.
I mean, he just scores it with such ease, and really at all levels of the floor. Can go with either hand, and if you look to take one thing away from his arsenal, he'll simply go to another weapon of his.
Here's Valverde. Pass to Navarro. Back to Valverde. Six on the shot clock. No good from outside. And you look at how this Madrid team is put together. The pillars are Montoya and Nikolic.
And those two work well off each other with how they play. Still, Madrid will need one more player to step up if this team wants to make noise at the Euro Championships.
The three. Valverde can't get it to go. Outside Montoya. It's Alvarez on the wing. Illich. Pass to Delgado. Outside Montoya. Misses the three. Now here's Escudero. Alvarez defending. Valverde outside.
Evens things up with that basket. His second of 4, shooting 50%.
How about the high release on Valverde's three-pointer using the full extension?
Outside for Illich. Pass to Alvarez. Outside Montoya. Alvarez.
Beyond the arc.
Montoya, it's good. Well, the captain of this Madrid team is none other than Sergio Montoya. He's coming into his prime and playing some of the best ball of his career.
And Montoya doesn't do anything overly flashy, but he is effective in every aspect of the game. Kind of the exact leader you want on the perimeter.
Now here's Alvarez. It's stolen by Gomes.
There's the lob to the hoop.
And the jam by Gomes.
Well, oftentimes Navarro is focused on his own shot. But you get this open, and he's going to send it your way.
Pass to Delgado. Montoya. He's covered by Castillo.
5 on the clock.
Alvarez outside. For Navarro. Alvarez, shot is off.
Nearly got a finger to that shot in the block attempt.
That was just as effective as a block. It made him completely change his release point and caused the miss.
Yeah, it wasn't officially a block, but really it might as well have been.
Now here's Navarro. Here's Gomes.
Count that one.
And looking at the MVP voting breakdown last year for Navarro, it wasn't exactly a nail-biter.
Navarro ran away with the awards, and while others received votes, it was always going to go to Navarro. He had that good of a season.
Now here's Montoya.
And he drops in the layup off glass.
Well, with his length, Montoya is a legitimate threat down low. Great job coming through there.
Outside Gomes.
It's stolen.
Now here's Illich. Guarded by Gomes. Pass to Illich. Morales. Montoya for 3. Gomes with the rebound.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Here's Navarro. Alvarez defending. A shot by Navarro, no good. Outside Montoya. Here's Morales. For 3, Illich.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. And that does it for the first quarter.
FC Malaga out in front.
Up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Hey, glad to have you back for the start of the second quarter here in Malaga. Basket Madrid trailing. You look at the season Malaga had last year, easy to see why they expect big things this season.
They had such a strong run, and the core is mostly the same. This is a team that knows how to play together, and they're probably even better this year.
Edwards can't get it to go.
Here's Salazar. Pass to Serrano. Now Galindo.
Second chance shot.
Serrano, that's good.
They have got to put a body on him because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass. He's just killing him.
Here's Martinez.
To the wing on the left. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Great pass to set up the land.
Down low, MP looking confident, ready to cash in.
Pass to Munoz. Ferrer. Here's Munoz.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Serrano. Martinez grabs the miss.
He had all the space he needed, just couldn't find the bottom of the bucket.
That's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It was. A tight game like this one, you would think that they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end, but they didn't.
Pass to Munoz. Here's Ferrer.
Takes the three. The three is up.
A shot by Salazar, no good. And it's Madrid's ball.
They've only given up 2 points this quarter.
In the basket by Santoro.
This is what you have to realize about MP. He can get points anytime he wants, but he's also unselfish.
Here's Salazar. Pass to Ferrer. Here's Serrano.
Clock at 6. There's the triple.
Madrid with the rebound.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the middle. Out to the right wing. To the inside. And it's Edwards with the jam.
And MP might not be at full bore in this one. A report came out that he isn't in game-ready shape after initial training with the team.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not a huge surprise to hear that. This Madrid team, they demand the highest level of fitness. It's never easy for a young player to come in and be able to match it.
Basket Madrid leading.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
The pass really creating a bucket for Madrid. Aguilar with a nice feed.
Timeout called, Malaga.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Escudero. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Illich.
Just a giant out there. Escudero, so tough to defend without fouling.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Edwards. And it's Edwards with the jam.
Big show of athleticism by MP, going up strong for the dunk.
Pass to Castillo.
Fade away.
And Illich pulls it down. Left side, Montoya.
Delgado. Down low. Baked in off the glass.
That pass into the paint was dead on target.
FC Malaga trailing. Valverde outside.
Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
I mean, it's pretty simple at this point. They cannot afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Edwards. And it's Edwards slamming it in.
Putting on a show with the fancy finish. MP relishes any chance he gets to throw it down.
The 3 Gomes.
Oh, no good trying to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half.
Basket Madrid ahead.
Up by 6. And we'll see you right after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey, if you're just joining us, we have Basket Madrid visiting the FC Malaga squad. It's the start of the second half. And you look at the coach for Madrid, Chispa Romero. He's in the pressure cooker.
Oh, that press here in Madrid, it'll eat you alive. I mean, it's brutal if you don't get results. That goes for players and coaches. Romero knows this team needs to make a deep run this year.
Now here's Alvarez. Montoya, defended by Navarro.
Here's Edwards. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And his first trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, yeah, you talk to MP, and he'll tell you it's been a great experience coming to Europe, playing at this level. He's worked really hard to continue to improve his skills while facing competition. It's been a win-win.
Now here's Valverde.
He's got 7.
Picked by Escudero. The drive by Castillo.
Just 4 to shoot.
In the basket by Escudero.
Great communication between teammates there.
And it's Madrid's ball.
Pass to Edwards.
It's stolen by Escudero.
Fast break, here they come.
Here's Navarro. Good, and it's Gomes who picks up the assist.
Well, we could see over here Navarro's eyes light up when the break started. He loves to just find those points in transition. It's so nice to have someone who can take charge like he has.
They've got to be feeling good about having the ball in his hands at that end of the floor right now.
Yeah, he's just been so smooth.
Now here's Valverde.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Getting it done in the key. Valverde playing with size inside.
Pass to Delgado.
Edwards.
Back to Delgado.
Inside. And it's Edwards with the jam.
I tell you, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, he can just get up a few notches higher than everyone
You
else.
just can't let him get to the rim.
Yeah, and that's how the game is played inside. If you can play over the top, you've just got a great advantage.
Now here's Valverde.
9 points in the game.
Back to Navarro. Rejected by Edwards.
You talk about pride. MP was not letting him in the lane.
In, and his hot hand continues. 10 for 11 from the floor and looking for more.
On offense, here's Malaga.
9-point game.
Outside Gomes. Picked by Escudero.
To the middle. Slammed in by Escudero.
I'm not even sure that Escudero has to get off the ground to slam it. Wow.
To the left side wing.
Now here's Delgado.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. For 3. That one doesn't drop.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Gomes. He's guarded by Montoya. On the wing, Castillo.
Puts up a 3. That one, no good.
And so far, the MVP hasn't been able to keep up with MP. What a great performance he's putting in for Madrid.
I wasn't sure what we would get out of MP today, but it's so encouraging to see him come out here and be this much of a difference maker for his team.
Now here's Alvarez. Pass to Illich.
Three-pointer.
And Basket Madrid misses again. Here's Escudero.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and he'll go to the line.
That's on Alvarez.
I love the determination Escudero showed inside. He really forced the defense to foul him there.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Edwards. He's got 21. No good with the layup.
Here's Salazar. He's guarded by Montoya. And again, Malaga no good. Basket Madrid leading.
There's Edwards with the three.
And Navarro pulls it down. Pass to Serrano. Back to Navarro. Here's Serrano.
From deep. No good there. And we've reached the end of the third.
Basket Madrid ahead.
They lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
And here we are, folks. Fourth quarter, FC Malaga at home against... Basket Madrid. Here's Madrid now.
There's Edwards with the three. Comes up empty. Still a respectable 10 of 15.
Pass to Ferrer.
And that one is hammered home.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
I think maybe he was just showing up.
Yeah, maybe, but either way, great awareness and a terrific finish.
Here's Serrano.
Over Aguilar. And that shot falls short that time.
Gosh, you look at him, you watch him, and you notice his mechanics, they're totally out of whack. He's lost all feel for his shot.
And you can tell that just by looking at his numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Boy.
Oh, Maestro. He is so good at making those lead passes.
Pass to Martinez. Here's Rojas.
6 to shoot.
Now Montoya.
No good with the triple.
Here's Ferrer. Aguilar with some nice D.
To the paint.
And that one's good, Montoya.
His presence as a scorer has a calming effect for them. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Galindo with the slam.
He might be small for a center, but it doesn't matter because he can jump out of the building.
To the inside. Edwards.
Rebound Malaga. Pass to Serrano. Here's Ferrer. Back to Galindo. Serrano. Now here's Navarro. Here's Salazar.
And a miss there on the triple. Here's Edwards. And it's Edwards with the jam.
Well, MP certainly found his groove tonight. The defense can't allow him to keep rolling like this.
Here's Serrano. And the three off target.
That shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make a comeback.
Pass to Rojas.
Down low. Edwards.
There's Navarro with the three.
And the three ball is good.
Doesn't matter the moment or where he is on the floor. Navarro, elite.
Time called here, basket Madrid.
So both teams making some changes here.
Here's Alvarez.
Delgado.
Valverde covering. Back to Alvarez.
And there's the 3-second violation.
You can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, they really hurt.
FC Malaga trailing. And here's Gomes. Castillo outside.
To tie it up. With the tip.
Here's Escudero.
Well, it was only a matter of time. They finally get the bucket.
You can tell just how much confidence Escudero has.
Inside. And it's Edwards with the jam.
No doubt, that was huge. MP stepping up.
Outside Navarro. Good, and it's Gomes who picks up the assist.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
It's Alvarez on the wing. He's covered by Castillo.
The bigger the moment, the brighter MP shines. That is a play to remember.
On the wing, Navarro. Pass to Escudero. On the wing, Castillo.
Shot clock at 6. Yes! And the foul!
Montoya picks it up.
And this is why they have Castillo out there in these big situations.
And that one misses.
And here's Madrid now.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Edwards. Yes!
You know, he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He needs to keep on working for those good looks.
Timeout called, Malaga.
Looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Yeah, and I think in a possible 2-for-1 situation, this next play they run, it's going to be interesting to see what they go with. No room for error.
Here's Gomes. Alvarez defending. Navarro outside. They get it back. Pass to Valverde.
Misses the layup. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty.
A smart foul there to try to extend the game.
Yeah, this isn't over, but the clock's as much of a problem for them as the score is right now.
They need some missed free throws.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And they foul intentionally, and they're going to have to do it again. They're not in the penalty yet. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
A captain on this team, Sergio Montoya, is seen as a leader, someone his teammates look up to both on and off the floor.
2-possession game now. Some very important free throws there.
And Malaga calls time here.
Well, this one, it's not over if they can get a quick score then foul.
Yeah, a few missed free throws and they're right back in it, but it has to happen fast.
Exactly, Brian. Have to do it real quick.
Valverde outside. And again, Malaga no good.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point ball game.
Final whistle sounds, and that'll do it. Madrid comes in and gets the road win. A very strong showing from a team with high hopes this year.
And I like the game plan they had for Navarro, and it worked out well. Never easy to go on the road against a team like Malaga with so much talent.
And for Madrid, you have to think that they liked what they saw from NP.
You can see why they believe in this kid. I mean, even though the reigning MVP was on the floor, he never got rattled. He played with confidence, he played with energy, and that helped spark Madrid into getting this road win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Tim Swartz, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Well, MP, bienvenidos, and what a way to start your Spanish journey with an impressive victory. Now that your first game is behind you, how do you feel about the level of talent you faced here tonight?
Gracias, bienvenidos, Miss Mueller. These guys can play. The fundamentals and the way they see the game, the unselfishness, the toughness. You can see why they call this the toughest league outside of the NBA. And honestly, it may take a little while for the game to come to me, but, you know, if I could keep learning on the fly while we're winning, that'd be a win-win for me.
Was there any added significance to the win for you coming in against the reigning MVP?
Yeah, I mean, of course. A few months ago, I'm playing high school ball back home. Tonight, I played against the best players in the best league across Europe. So that's a real measuring stick right there, and I think I came out on top.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There he is.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And the injury story: when you're missing two players, including a starter, a lot of changes, rotations, and roles.
Two injuries,
one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now let's go courtside with Jennifer Quintana.
To be the best, you got to beat the best, you always say. Tonight you're playing one of the league's best in their own backyard. What's it going to take to come away with the win?
Jennifer, it's all about communication. If we're talking on defense and paying attention to each other's body language on offense, we're working together as a unit. In a hostile environment, you either win as one or they pick you apart.
Well, good luck tonight, MP.
Hey, enjoy the game.
Will do, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Now Golden State's starting five. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Moses Moody. And it's MP in at the 5 down low. And for the Pacers, Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. Neesmith on the wing. He's paired with Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position.
Here we go.
And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with, but we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox.
And we all know what it means to MP and this team to play well on the road, to win those close road games. MP's been quite vocal, in fact, about rising up in the face of big obstacles this season.
And what I like about MP, he's willing to put his reputation on the line to make something happen. He's not just sitting back waiting for things to develop. That would certainly be the easier route. Instead, he's put a stake in the ground, and that ground is away from home.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
We all know winning on the road is not easy in the NBA, and when I talked to MP earlier, he made it clear that he is up for the challenge, telling me, quote, when we're in a tough building with all of the noise, I lock in even more. Reminds me of all the doubters, all of the places I've played where I had to prove that I belonged. It's fuel for my fire, Allie, he told me. Certainly sounds like he's fired up tonight, guys.
Truly a lot of desire, more than willing to play the villain. Thank you. They get it again. MP, no good. And here's Indiana. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Floats it up for Kuminga. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about when Kuminga just takes the initiative on offense? He has the athleticism needed to finish that alley-oop.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. It's a 3-point game. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Now, here's Siakam. Following the miss by MP. 5 to shoot. Siakam, that's good.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
Edwards drawing the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Kuminga kicks to Edwards. Some nice passing by Golden State here. 6 on the shot clock. Moody the pass to MP. And the dunk by MP.
That's exactly what you want to see from MP at this stage of his career. Get to the rim and leave no doubt.
There's the pick. Neesmith with the bounce pass. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the dunk by Jackson.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. Here's MP. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, there's evidence all over the floor of how well Stephen Curry runs this team. He does a good job keeping them at their pace and making all the right decisions.
Jackson a screen on Kuminga. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. To the left wing. Here's Nesmith. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Pacers trail by 3. Inside, here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Edwards. They kick out to Hill. Now Moody. The tray. The shot. No good.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Halliburton against Curry. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point. Down low. Edwards can't hit. Pacers trail by 3. Setting the floor for the Warriors. A pair of shooters at the guards. Curry and Hill. Brenton Post is out there with Edwards. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And a deep 3 from Curry. An absolute bomb. From 3-point range.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin comes in for T.J. McConnell. MP, no good. Indiana trailing here. Now Mathurin turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. From deep, it's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Green. Back to MP. Now Curry. To the inside. Here's Edwards. MP going right to the rim.
Draymond Green is a top passer at his position, and he loves to get his teammates involved.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Misses the layup. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 3-point lead. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. Moody finds Green. Here's Edwards. Close in. No stopping MP.
A great sign for MP in his career. The ability to convert in traffic.
Halliburton outside. Back to Siakam. Halliburton outside. They grab their own miss. Jackson misses.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Green dishes to Curry. Pass to Hield. Some nice passing by Golden State. And it goes down 2 points. MP's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Some changes for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Siakam. And it's Neesmith in for Andrew Nembhard. And the Warriors also making a change. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Green. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Catherine with the ball. No scoring in this one. Neesmith can't get it to go. Stolen by Jackson. Halliburton pass. Oh!
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Curry wide open from outside off the mark. Baseline J on the way, and it's Mathurin missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton looking around. From past the arc. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, looking at the Warriors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Indiana Pacers.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. MP really making a difference here.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And it's time for an injury report.
The head athletic trainer for Indiana provided us some information. Apparently, it's a broken nose. No signs of any other facial fractures or a concussion, so some silver lining there. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
In the front court, the forwards, Mathurin and Siakam. Neesmith is out there with Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Jackson in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Siakam, good.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Guys?
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Kuminga. Golden State moving it around. Edwards can't hit.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Put that bucket in no time at all. Now, just a three-point Warrior lead.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Chalk up 2 there. Edwards got 8 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Aaron Neesmith. And the Warriors also making a change. Podziemski's checked in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Boy, the passing of Tyrese Halliburton, you've got to love to play with this guy.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside, Kuminga. To the middle, here's Edwards. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. MP's got 22.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
For three, Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Pajemski. He has yet to score. He was all alone on that one. And the Warriors lead by 4. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Pass to Jackson. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Comes up empty down low.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the paint. Here's MP. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Edwards got 12 points in just the second half. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Halliburton sets the pick for Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. And Indiana, another 3.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
Down low, here's Edwards, and the layup falls. He's got 26.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now Jackson. Jackson a screen on Kuminga. Siakam passes to Halliburton. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Basket good.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton converts inside.
This is why Halliburton is so effective in some ways. That tight handle, and he is fearless going to the rim.
Left block shot on the way. Edwards can't hit. Siakam for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 8 here in this one already. MP has been leading the charge for the Warriors. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Up front, it'll be Green in post. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Pajemski. And Richard.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Warriors leading. Now here's Curry. Curry, a screen on Nembhard. Back to Curry. Uncovered. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, it's hard to add up how much damage Curry has done with his shot in his career. This jump shot has been one of the greatest weapons we've ever seen.
Now, here's Siakam. Yes, that goes in. Siakam's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference.
Here's Pajemski. Back to Curry. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Huff. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Siakam. to take the lead. The rebound by Post.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
To the middle. Outside for Curry. For three. Curry with another miss.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
McConnell trains the three-pointer. And the Pacers lead by one.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Different look here for the Warriors. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. MP finds Kuminga. Inside. Here's Edwards. And MP throws it down. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Siakam against Kuminga. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Edwards. MP's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And stolen by Siakam. Halliburton with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Rebounded by Kuminga. And it's Curry with the ball. Bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Kuminga off the pick from Edwards. And it's off. Indiana trailing here. Here's Jackson. Beyond the arc. No good. MP high post. Jackson on him.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
And the first one drops. And Edwards drops them both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Now Siakam. Now Jackson. Oh, the slam dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Curry. A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. He drills the 3.
One of the best ever at embracing big moments. Step up to the challenge.
Outside, Siakam. Here's Mathurin. Halliburton buries the deep ball.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Edwards. Jackson with the rebound. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Fires the 3. The shot is off. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Parachutes in for the alley-oop slam.
And how about that composure from Kuminga, answering the call when his team needed one.
Pacers trail by 3. Now Jackson. It's stolen by Edwards. Stephen Curry. Curry laser-guided shot from deep range.
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment, no matter. He's ready.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Steps back. Outside Mathurin. Shot clock at 6. Here's Siakam from outside. And it misses.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own 3.
And it's Golden State's ball. 6-point lead. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Stephen Curry, guys, is going to be remembered as the greatest shooter in the history of the sport, but we should not sleep on the amount of winning this guy has done as well.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Pacers. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Now Siakam. No good. Had a chance to end the run right there. And here is Moody. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry outside. The three goes down. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
When we spoke before the game, you said this is a kind of game you either win as one or you get picked apart. How do you keep it together in a place where so many teams don't?
Our collective hunger. You don't win this kind of game unless everybody wants it. We all wanted this one, Jennifer. We all stuck together and we won. We just gotta keep doing that. I mean...
Well done tonight, MP. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Kevin, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.